This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Hey, what about our Comic Capers podcast?
Fight me, nerds. Anyway, we're back. And what's that music? I wonder what we're going to talk about. I don't know. Anyway, welcome back to Comic Capers. I am Phil, and joining me, the fastest drinker alive is...
Yeah, I'm straight. It's Lilith. That's her black voice.
Good lord, you're low, but it'll be better once the music's off. She has laryngitis from screaming in the middle of Dave & Buster's this weekend.
Give me my money back.
Get on that mic. Let's say choke on it. Anyway. That's much better. Anyway, yes, we're here tonight to talk the final, what is it, like 10, 11 issues of Barry Allen's original Flash series.
I believe that saga is called The Trial of the Flash, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right, from Flash 340 through 350 back in 1985. This is what leads directly into Crisis, which we've already covered. Scroll down.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I know it's a product of its time, but like the art on this thing.
Don't you dare besmirch Carmine.
I know he's a legend, but it's just like I mean, it's not bad. It's just not my cup of tea.
I hear you.
I mean, there's old art I do like, but I swear there's older art you turn your nose up at. But yeah, just his style isn't my cup of tea.
Not for the Flash.
No.
That's what it is.
Because even like at this point, I mean, you had people like John Byrne drawing. Who else was I thinking? George Perez.
Yeah.
Very different art styles. Yeah, I think you're right. It's just like for like a speedster for the Flash. I think if the art style was on something else, I might enjoy it better.
But let's just be honest. Anything that's kind of like centered around Crisis kind of has like a little bit of a taint. Like, let's just be honest. In retrospect, that could be one of those things. Yeah,
but we kind of pick up in the middle of the story because in 340, Flash has been.
This story's so insane though. Like when you try to sum it up, it's like, well, yeah, Zoom comes back when he's marrying his second wife because he killed his first wife. Then poor Fiona Webb doesn't really get her superhero happy ending because
Oh yeah.
We never saw Fiona Webb again except for flashbacks, right? We never saw her in the present day after
that. Not the real one. I think like when Jeff Johns took over Flash, like when Wally was like trapped in was it a mirror dimension or something? He saw like a twisted Central City, and there was like a version of Fiona Webb there, I think. But yeah, really, like I don't think until the life story of the Flash which Iris writes, which we'll get into more next time on Comic Capers, but I think they kind of retconned it and say, oh yeah, Barry told her everything that happened before he,
Which makes sense. Honestly, they do have the most rock solid superhero civilian girl wife relationship, honestly, even kind of more so than Lois and Clark.
West Allen?
The kid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it's kind of like that complicated, weird thing where you have to tell each other everything, or we'll come and bite you in the butt.
Yeah, but yeah, like Lilith was saying, I keep thinking, I'm like, we always like talk like everyone has our knowledge. Maybe people aren't that familiar with these older comics. It's like, yeah, Reverse Flash appeared to kill Iris in Flash 275. So then a few years later, Barry was going to get married to Fiona Webb, which we mentioned, and then Reverse Flash was going to do the old vibrating hand again, and
you get a vibrating hand, and you get a vibrating hand.
Don't call my shots. But yeah, I mean, and then, then he accidentally snapped his neck trying to stop him.
You get a vibrating hand, and you get a vibrating hand.
Some of that Eobard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so like when it opens up, Flash is about to go on trial, but he's been ambushed by this guy, Big Sur, who the rogues like basically took this. I guess the best way to say is this mentally challenged guy and gave him like this battle armor.
Yeah. Which is kind of weird. Like, you think about it, we've actually had two kind of sort of live action versions of the Trial of the Flash.
Yeah.
It was the Trial of the Trickster, to be fair, in the original 1990s, if I'm not mistaken, but...
I think, and then in the current series, it was like basically the trial of Barry Allen.
Yeah.
Not the Flash.
So it's just like, I still like the comic book better.
I know, but
I always thought that that's how the movie should actually. That's what the movie should be. Like we kind of like it'd be like one of the only like quote unquote origin comic book stories that kind of opens Mesray, and then we get like all these flashbacks. That way, it's not just like you know what I mean. I think that's a better conceit than just like a straight up origin story.
Yeah, maybe. But I was looking because in today's yes, it's New Comic Book Day. Flash 79 came out today, and it was only like I think like. Aren't
you sad they didn't keep the original numbering?
I know that it takes. I don't know why they think like renumbering.
Well, it's technically been rebooted 8 times, honestly. So
I mean, at least with the Flash, it almost makes sense because Barry Allen was quote unquote dead for 20 some years.
Yeah, and they rebooted it with Wally. At least they could continue it from the Wally numbering. And just like,
yeah, I know, because it's like, oh hey, we're talking about 340 through 350 today. Hey, what's the numbering up to today? You know,
exactly.
79.
That's why I'm just like,
That's why they think
we're gonna get to 1,000.
They just think renumbering is going to help get new fans, but it's just like isn't it going to be confusing to people when you get a new number one every so often?
You know, this isn't in print.
It isn't?
Like the first part of the Flash, the collected edition, you can get it in like the showcase presents or whatever, but like yeah, this has been out of print for a while.
Yeah, because
it's still relatively cheap for a good copy. I think I saw it like running at like $25 in a couple of comic book shops.
Yeah, I have the original issues. I found them in a back issue bin probably. When did I get these? Maybe late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, they were pretty cheap. But no, I was going to say, it's only a couple panels, but Big Sur showed up this week in The Flash.
Is he still mentally challenged? You know I'm out.
I mean, he really doesn't say. I mean, he's basically just, a shocker. He's there for Kid Flash and Avery to take down in like 4 panels.
Oh.
Yeah, he really doesn't even say anything, so.
Well, Big Sur got the better treatment on the TV show, so there's that.
That's right. But yeah, here he's just like, the Flash wins him over when he like helps save some animals.
To be fair, that's how you get most people.
That's how you get you. I know. And then the trial's ready to begin, but Flash's lawyer has like secret in her past for some reason. She's not too happy with the Flash.
Whatever could that reason be?
I don't know. And then I love how like the rogues are just like tearing up the town while he's like in the courtroom.
Hey, when the cat's away, the mice will play.
It's just so funny. They like the prosecution. It's just like he can move at super speed. He can travel at like light speed. He could have figured out a way not to kill the Reverse Flash.
Somebody with your same power set that's super evil. Okay, sure.
And it's very weird because they're like, oh, could he technically have killed technically have killed the Reverse Flash because they killed a guy 500 years before he was born? Blah blah blah.
Don't think about it. It'll make your head hurt.
I know.
The jury pool. They're like, what? Math? We're out. Math and physics and time travel? No.
Math? Somebody call Luca Perich. And then, like, the rogues hypnotize Big Sur since he doesn't want to go after the Flash anymore. And he caves his face in. What?
Laziest form of writing.
What?
Yeah,
mind control.
Who do they think they are? Professor X?
And then Big Sur hits the Flash right in the face with some plot device.
Phrasing, sir. Phrasing.
I'm just... Because it's never happened before, but now all of a sudden, yeah, he really messes up Barry's face where he needs plastic surgery. So, where's the best place to get plastic surgery? Not L.A. Gorilla City.
Right.
So he basically tells them, Solivar, no. Here. Okay. Are you sure? Yes. But thanks to this super simian science, say that 3 times fast, he's healed enough to make it back to court by Monday morning. Oh, issue 342. Did you see the expert witness on time travel, Rip Hunter?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Still bummed about the ship being named Wave Rider and not actually like a hero, but I'm over it. It's fine.
Who knows? We might get something in Crisis. We're getting Tom Welling in Crisis. Miracles do happen.
Wow. Honestly, everybody's excited for Tom and Erica, and I'm just like, well, Michael Rosenbaum just pretty much summed up how WB does business. I've known that for a long time, but it's kind of petty to put that business out in the street like that.
I know. So what was it? What was it he said? They didn't give him a script or anything, and I guess
they didn't give him anything. They were just like, we just need an answer. So, nah.
And the offer.
We're gonna need you to work Sunday. We need an answer now.
And the offer wasn't that great, supposedly.
Yeah, there's no money, no script, no nothing. And hey, and I really feel like that was just kind of it's for fan service.
Yeah.
Because if they really wanted to do it, they would have had I'm pretty sure they're probably working from a concept script or something, where they can okay, this person didn't show up, so we can take this part out, and this part we can add this person in here. But it's they already have Cryer showing up.
I was gonna say, have you read the original Crisis? We need you to stand here on this X, and John Cryer's gonna vaporize you.
Yeah, basically, probably what he's gonna know. And also, he probably didn't want to shave his head for 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of fond of his hair. I don't know if you guys know that.
You are? Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he went years without it.
Yeah, the stories I could tell. One of these days. Anyways, yeah. I think the whole run from 323 to 350 is pretty great, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
It's I guess they really did actually plan it in advance, because sometimes when you read Crisis, it doesn't seem like it. There's a lot of moving parts that don't move together well.
Yeah, but in this, not in the issues we're talking tonight, but some of the previous ones, there were a fill-in or two, because it's the Justice League was voting whether to keep him on the team or not while he had this murder rap, hanging over his head. There was one issue where Superman's it all came down to Superman as the tiebreaker, and he's like, okay, I made my decision. Then the rest of the issue is a flashback story, and then at the last page, Superman's like, okay, I've made my decision, and then it's continued next issue.
But also, 323 has a backup story. You're just excuse me, sir. Did you just see what happened? We have a backup story?
I can't. Well, which one was it? Because I was going to be oh no, the Reverse Flash is dead. Oh, let's get the elongated man.
No, 323. It's where everything kicks off and then they have the backup story. You're just what? No, give me more pages of this.
But yeah, and then after Reverse Flash gets killed, Fiona Webb has a nervous breakdown, because it's Barry basically stays in costume now. The only time he takes off the mask, I guess, is at his parents' house.
How eccentric.
So everyone's where's Barry Allen? Nobody knows if he's dead or alive, or Fiona's had a nervous breakdown. So yeah, for those of you who are just familiar with the TV show, this is before Reverse Flash monkeyed with the timeline. So yes, Barry's parents are supposed to alive and happily married and living together.
Not the Reverse Flash. Let's just call it and say who did that. Who decided Flash needed his parents to be dead like everybody else? Except for Wonder Woman. Which is why she's so well-rounded and functional.
Johns! I meant story-wise.
I know. But we keep it real here on Comic Caper.
We keep it real. Oh, and then we get the secret of Flash's lawyer, finally.
Was it a secret? Seems kind of obvious.
Well, Barry had to have a detective look into it.
Yeah, Barry's never been the brightest bulb.
Well, he was busy. And then we have a mysterious figure in the future breaking out of jail.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, if Reverse Flash is dead, who else could that be in some unnamed future?
In the year 3000.
Oh, hey, did they rename Crisis on Infinite Earths? I was going to ask you this, because there's an ad in Flash 343 that says DC Universe, Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I think they thought it was too much of a mouthful, probably.
That's what she said. Anyway.
You hope.
So yeah, basically Flash's lawyer was her father, a cop, was killed by Goldface after he gave Flash a warning to get out of town or he was going to start killing people.
Goldface. Ugh.
Is that a Lady Gaga song? Oh wait, never mind.
You know better than me, Philip.
How dare you? Oh, I'm sorry.
I prefer my Cher, the original version. Thank you.
What Cher?
Yeah, Lady Gaga is just Gen Z's Cher. I prefer the original. There, I said it. Fight me, nerds.
So yeah, Flash's lawyer's blaming him for her father's death until Goldface. She goes to visit Goldface and he admits to the whole thing as he's making a break from prison.
You know, the women are just pretty terrible in the Flash, honestly. It's not Iris or his mom. They're just terrible.
Well, at this point especially, there's a bunch of old guys writing this. Bunch of old men.
Yeah, back in the 80s, a lot of things went unchecked.
I know. And then at the end of this story, we see the prosecution called a surprise witness. Why? It's Kid Flash.
Like, I don't think that's how that works. How did they subpoena him? Did they pretend to be getting kidnapped or something? Like,
I know. It's like his identity at this point wasn't public knowledge. I'm like, did they send it? Well, maybe they sent it to Titan's Tower, maybe. I mean, they know how to get a hold of him.
Maybe.
I don't
know. It's just all very strange.
I know. So yeah,
It's kind of like why the law doesn't really. It's like why DC doesn't really, unless you're Batman, and even then, it's just like, oh, I have a commissioner in my pocket. But it's like they don't focus on the law in the DC universe.
I know. But yeah, so then the next issue, Kid Flash is taking a stand. Even the title, Betrayal.
You ungrateful, good-for-nothing little bum.
But again, I told you there's fill-in issues because most of 344 is basically like a flashback. Basically, Wally meeting Barry for the first time and getting his powers, and then what is that? A time travel thing?
His uncle, his mentor, his most trusted confidant.
I loved you more than my own father.
I actually really like this corny, cheesy cover. Do you know why?
What, this one?
Yeah, for 344.
Why?
Because it kind of looks like an Archie cover.
Of course. How could Jughead betray me?
Exactly.
And then 345, Flash's lawyer decides if the world, well, she's spying on the Flash, and we see, she follows him back to Barry Allen's parents' house. So, of course, she's like, hey, Barry Allen is the Flash. Hey, if I unmask him in court, no one will convict him.
People hate redheads, girlfriend.
Barry's not a redhead. Oh, she is, though.
Good old Cecile Horton. Glad to see she's always going to be a pain, no matter what iteration. Just saying.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm rereading it like, oh, maybe it'll be Mandela effect and she'll have a stupid mind control device.
So without telling Barry, she rips off his mask and that doesn't look like Barry Allen.
I don't know who this is.
That's right, girl. Monkey's got him gave him a new face.
Oh, I don't know. That's just so funny to me.
And meanwhile, Fiona Webb's sitting in court. She's like, "Wait, my Barry? Where?" Oh. Barry whips his mask back on. He's like, "I don't need my new face splashed all over the papers." So
strategies in his best interest, and I'm like, sure, whatever you say.
Sure, I'd be out of prison, but I'd have no secret identity. Thanks.
That never works out for people. Bendis. I think 346, Dead Man's Bluff's probably my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just something. I think it's Pied Piper, probably.
I was going to say Pied Piper.
And Abracadabra. We don't know it's Abracadabra, so spoilers. Sorry.
He gets taken out by a mysterious figure who appears to be moving at super speed. Oh, and then we get the mysterious juror. who seems to know things before they happen. I think Captain Fry.
Talk about how the mental hospital is called Breedmore. Like, can we just talk about that?
What? Grieve more.
No, it's Breedmore. Like, breed.
Oh.
Like, why? Breedmore mental asylum patients? What is this, Gotham?
Hey man, there ain't nothing else to do. What?
Yeah, Central City is pretty much Iowa, so no offense to anybody that lives in Iowa.
Yeah, Will's one of them big city girls.
I'm just saying, Tampa's probably, well, no, Louisville's the smallest city I've ever lived in.
You lived in Louisville?
Yeah.
And then look, Captain Fry comes supposedly from the Reverse Flash. But how?
I saw you die. Did you though?
But it's time travel.
Timey-wimey.
Could have been Time Remnant.
Wait, are those comic book things? I feel like it's not called a time limit. Some other ridiculous thing.
Time Clone.
Speed Mirage.
So then in 347, Captain Fry tells Flash's lawyer, he tells Cecile all about seeing the Reverse Flash. And then it seems, like the Reverse Flash is messing with the rogues. And we keep getting recaps of the day of the murder.
Just in case you weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
I thought our attention spans were terrible here in 2019.
Well, maybe I think it was harder to get, if your spinner rack sold out, you might not got the previous issue.
Oh yes, I forgot. In a time far away when I was barely born, well, before I was born, comic books flew off the spinner rack.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I walked into an actual comic book store until probably had to have been at least 13, maybe.
Must have been great.
I'd say the first 2 or 3 years I was just getting stuff at the newsstand or grocery store or something.
Fun fact, the airport doesn't even really technically have a newsstand anymore.
I was going to say they used to, I know that.
Yeah, it's just like, I just thought about that. I was like, what if I wanted to buy a book? I mean, who am I kidding? I have my Kindle, but I was just thinking, like, what if I did?
Yeah, 'cause I'm trying to remember, I know when we took the cruise when I was like 12 years old, I think on the way home I bought a Batman comic to read on the plane. I believe it was 447.
But, I don't know. I thought that this was kind of like comedic. It's kind of like one of those comedic break kind of issues.
Captain Incredible.
Yes.
I'm like, I look at that costume. I'm just like, is this Ambush Bug's slow cousin?
Shh! Don't give Charlie ideas.
You may actually pick up an old DC comic. Wait a minute. So Crisis started before the Flash comic ended? Yeah, I guess so.
Right?
I think so. Well, that's probably why in some of the early issues they really didn't show him much. I mean, I don't think he showed up to the second or third issue.
Yeah.
And
it was kind of weird how they planned to incorporate his death/disappearance into Crisis.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, really? That's risky.
I know, because they never did that back in the day.
They definitely wanted to. That's how you know they definitely were trying for a younger audience by switching it out to Wally.
I know, that's so weird.
And I'm like, okay, so it kind of sort of didn't really work with Wally, so then you tried again for 13 issues with Bart. That's all I'm gonna say.
But it's just, how long were they planning Barry's death? Because it's like the trial was like went like 2 years or something, like the whole story.
The last 2 years of Volume 1.
So were they planning his death that long?
Yeah, and I think that his death was probably before they were really thinking about Crisis. They were pitching and they're like, well, give him a heroic, big bang goodbye.
So I wonder if Crisis hadn't come along, would they have just killed him and just had Wally pick up the suit? Which, I mean, still happened.
Probably. Somebody get Carmine on the phone.
Is he still alive?
No.
Oh.
Or is he? I don't know. Like, all the people that I want to be alive aren't.
Yeah, I know.
All the people. Yeah. He was pretty old, though, so I think he might.
That's what I'm saying. I think Infantina, right? Yeah, no, he's no longer with us.
2013.
2013, yes.
A few years short.
Darn it. Although half those guys, like if you ask them, why'd you guys do this? I don't remember.
Editor.
Yeah, I know. You know how long ago that was? Lilith Hellfire is being conceived when these issues were coming out.
I finally figured out why I love to drink. Date of conception, St. Patty's Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's all.
Finally did the math.
That's all right. I mean, Danielle's birthday is on the 29th, and then like a few days later on October 3rd is my dad's birthday. They say like that first week of October around there is like there's the most birthdays in that week. You know why?
Why?
9 months after New Year's.
Oh. Yeah, I could see that.
Then this jury pool and that mysterious juror.
And that mysterious juror grew up to be. How did you feel about that? I don't know. I thought that was kind of hokey.
With who the juror turned out to be?
Yeah.
Well, I heard about it before I read this storyline. So.
Wait, there were such things as spoilers before Twitter?
Well, no, like I had read Wally's series, some of Wally's series before I actually found these issues.
Oh.
So yeah, I kind of knew, which we'll get more into next episode.
Yeah.
Captain Boomerang riding around on a giant boomerang.
Now that's what we need more of. Honestly, like that needs to show up on Legends, but I don't think they're gonna revive Captain Boomerang for Crisis. So.
Okay, could do this son or whatever.
There's only room for one villain's son, and that is Slave's son. So.
The 80s, the Rainbow Raider.
I love Rainbow Raider.
I mean, we got a version in the show.
It was a crappy version. I mean, it's hard to translate.
Plot device for a Flash vs. Arrow battle.
Yeah, exactly. He deserved better.
Then the jury's about to convict they're all about to find the Flash guilty until this mysterious juror takes them back in time so they can actually witness the day in question.
I don't think that's admissible in court, to be honest.
Well, he says that they'll kind of remember this, but he'll wipe their memory, so they'll still remember his innocence, just not why.
That's even worse.
But then someone appearing to be the Reverse Flash, like, gets them in the middle of coming back to the future. And then the jury is back.
Was it this?
What?
Was it this?
Hey, you get
Back to the future.
make like a tree, get out of here. But so it's sabotage, or as Shatner says, sabotage, and jury finds him guilty.
Wouldn't that have been more interesting to have the Flash in jail for the rest of his series?
I know it's weird because like they're even like he's free to go until sentencing, but he's like, I don't care, just throw me in jail.
Emo crybaby.
I wonder if he had stayed in jail, would they have let him keep his secret identity?
I don't think so. Not unless it was Arkham.
And I love they just like throw him in a regular prison cell, like he couldn't phase out at any time.
Maybe they didn't know all his powers. I mean, I wouldn't disclose all my powers. What am I, Superman in the original movie talking to Lois Lane?
Yeah, but this is back in the day. Didn't he like phase every issue and like explain to everybody every issue as he did it? Like, hey, I can vary my molecules through solid matter. This is how I escaped the death trap of the Mirror Master's death trap.
Nobody listens to the hero after they save him.
I know.
Come on. They're just like, yeah, cool story. Can you drop me off right here?
And then we see Wally's all upset because he's like, oh no, it's my fault, he got convicted.
Good.
Don't worry, son, in a few months you're going to win the lottery, don't worry.
I don't know, that is a heavy mantle to bear, just to be honest.
Well, no, he actually wins the lottery too.
No, I know, I'm just
okay.
That doesn't really make up for it.
And then that juror mysteriously appears in Flash's cell. It says, come with me if you want to live.
Have fun storming the castle. And not remaking that movie.
Exactly.
That's who we need on the Flash.
Oh, yeah.
We need Carrie.
And then the quote-unquote Reverse Flash has captured all the rogues.
Well, let's be honest. We hype up the Flash's rogues gallery, but they're almost all a bunch of idiots.
He's got the best rogues after, like, Spider-Man and Batman.
Yeah, but his rogues are interesting because they kind of like play together. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like they plan stuff and
They're like a super-powered gang.
Yeah. So that's an interesting dynamic, but it's like Captain Cold and like one other dude are actually the only smart ones.
Depends who's writing them. Sometimes some of them are smarter than others. And then
There should be a rogues gallery Bible, and their IQ should be like a permanent thing. It bothers me. It'd be like Shocker all of a sudden going, you know what? Are those organic web shooters? I'm gonna make something to counteract that.
Don't give them ideas. And then the mysterious juror is telling Barry how he is from the future and basically beamed his essence back to the present into the body of this juror.
I love your emphasis.
He, quote unquote, but supposedly someone's been mucking with time because in the original timeline, Flash was supposed to be found innocent.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go with somebody making sweet, sweet love to the timeline.
Yep, but it's not Barry this time.
Finally.
It's someone who's taken the appearance of Reverse Flash, but on the last page we see it's someone in a white outfit and a cape, almost like a magician's costume. And I'll give you a hint, if you've been long-term listeners, if you remember one of my conversations with Mr. Mark Wade, this is his favorite Flash villain.
Kids, write in and get a no prize.
Yeah, too bad we're going to spoil it in like 5 minutes. I don't know, what did you think of the cover of the last issue, Flash 350?
Didn't feel like a Flash.
Basically, you see him walking away with someone, and then just a bunch of floating heads.
You know that's how Arrow's gonna end, right? that cover, but
him and Felicity.
Yeah.
Oh my.
With like their kids and like Diggle. And mark my words.
Until the spinoff.
His name was Oliver Queen.
For 5 years.
No, I almost guarantee you that's probably going to be the title of the last episode.
Oh, he's going to be walking away. Bear's going to yell, "Hey, Oliver!" Oliver's going to turn around. He's going to say, You did not fail this city.
But you did fail the timeline. Give yourself a vibrating hand.
No, he's telling Oliver you didn't fail this city. We know Barry failed the timeline.
He just throws his hood at him. Like that old commercial.
Hey, when my daughter grows up, give that to her.
Odd. Yeah. We'll talk about that on that.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So then we see, the last issue, Flash 350. There's a manhunt out for Flash because everyone thinks he's escaped. And then Cecile goes to visit Barry's parents. And we see the rogues about to be killed in a death trap until Mirror Master gets him out.
At least it was double sized.
Yeah.
A lot to get through.
Oh, yeah. And
also first appearance of Snurf. And I'm just like, how did you not get to
Snurf?
Yeah.
It's Snurf or nothing. And then the quote-unquote Reverse Flash tries to kill them with some futuristic flying car or something.
$1.25. Still bitter.
For a double-sized issue.
No. I'm gonna invent a time machine just so I can go back and get all my comic books.
Oh my lord, just go back and buy yourself some Action Comics #1 and Detective 27.
I won't be that greedy. I won't be that.
Why? Get them
That's too much karma. Like, that's too much bad karma to do that.
Get them the day they come out, zip back to the present, get them slabbed, graded and slabbed.
And then I get hit by another car. No thanks.
Well, that happens no matter what you do. I had my fingers crossed the whole time you were in the car with me this weekend.
But no, like this issue makes me tear up every time. I think it's very well written.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good. If they had to give him a send off, it was a good send off.
Oh yeah. Because even he brings the mysterious juror home to his parents' house, and even the parents are like, I feel like I know you from somewhere.
It's that essence.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then the rogues need their costumes fixed, so where do they go? Gamby!
That's why I want the Earths to merge so bad.
I think they're going to, at least. Because even Black Lightning's going to be in there, right?
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be him or his daughters. Like, they are really... Like, this is my whole thing with, like, the CW. Like, oh, they started off as, like, oh, a network for women. And then they were like, you know what? No, we need some meat and potatoes. And now they're, like, kind of swinging back to that. Oh, no, we're a network for women.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, starting next year, all these crossovers are going to be burying a bunch of women.
Well, to be fair, Lucky Grant. Too bad he's married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The Flash Museum.
Dude, there is like 2 Flash museums in real life. I forget the one Kelly went to where it was, but that looks pretty cool, and I've been meaning to go.
Really? A Flash Museum? Huh.
It's just like some guy that's like a huge collector.
Okay.
It's like a warehouse, but he like put it together really well.
Nice. I love when Flash and the mysterious juror go to the future, and it's like, oh no, our records are he's born 2633 and died in 1983. He never showed up again. Sure. Yeah, we have no record of Professor Zoom ever reappearing after the date of his demise. Sure.
But I want one of those rapidly shrinking glass cases. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Easier to dispose of ex-boyfriends, huh, Will?
Yes, possibly. But like Mirror Master's special mirrored contact lenses, like really? That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well, how else? I mean, the rest of the rogues got stripped of their weapons, so it's like, hey, you never
Like,
searched.
it's weird, yeah. It's like, oh, all the Flashes rogue gallery only depend on their weapons. Like I said, they make them out to be idiots.
I know.
Oh, and then I like how they level the courthouse with a missile strike. Because who hasn't wanted to do that after you lost your speeding ticket case?
That's what I said. That's what I said. It's this villain in like a flying car, just like, yeah, thank God, Flash, a mysterious juror, just like vibrated through the ground underground.
And this is why we never trust eyewitness testimony, because all the onlookers, it was the Flash. Get him, see.
He was all mad. And then, yeah, like right after the missile strike, the juror says, oh, after all we've been through, you can call me Nathan. It's like, no, that's not your real name. That's just the body you're inhabiting. Why would you say that?
Yeah. And it was too good to be true, because the last name was Newberry. I was like, what is this, some Stanley setup?
Mm-hmm.
Fans.
But yeah, then they finally figure out that everyone figures out it's Abracadabra.
Reach out and grab you.
Because Flash and the juror figure it out in the future, the rogues figure it out in the present.
And like it's all on a bet.
What? Oh, yeah. Because if what is it? If Abracadabra can keep the Flash from dying in Crisis, he'll get like real magic or something.
Yeah.
Instead of this technology. So yeah, he just tries to trap Flash, so he doesn't die in Crisis.
You failed at that one, didn't you, buddy?
And like you were saying, Snurf.
I guess it's a 61st century thing.
I know, but it's just like a shorter.
I think we're not gonna live that long, Philip.
I know, but
I don't want to live so long that everybody's name is Snurf.
But he's almost like Abracadabra. Is like he almost like he's wearing the same thing. He's just like half the size of him.
Is that his mini-me?
I guess. I mean, if Snurf was female, Moz would be asking for his phone number.
Yeah.
So that
we get the show eventually.
But yeah, no, I just love how Flash and the juror like trapped in this futuristic death trap, and basically Barry's like, I think I kind of sensed who you really are, and the juror starts crying. Oh,
like that was the most convoluted explanation though. For I don't know, I think that's the only thing I really don't care for about Iris West's whole storyline.
It's such a plot device too. It's just like, but no, the rogues.
That's a lot for me to swallow. I'm just
okay. here's another plot device maybe you can explain to me. Because the rogues come in and, free Flash and the juror from the death trap in the future. They use the cosmic treadmill to get there. How? None of them have super speed.
Are we sure?
Well, I don't think Captain Cold, Rainbow Raider, Mirror Master, Captain Boomerang.
Maybe Mirror Master actually can tap into the Speed Force, and that's a secret that we never explored. Out of all of them, it would because he messes with dimensions and stuff,
Maybe, or just like keep throwing those.
I'll just hand wink that right there. I'll admit it.
We just need some kinetic energy to get it moving. Boomerang, keep throwing those boomerangs. Oh, you know what we should do? We should do one of these episodes. We should do a live reading of a Flash issue, and we should get Ray so he can be Captain Boomerang.
Don't typecast Ray. But yes, that would be perfect.
Hey, at least it would be an authentic Australian accent, not one of us doing a crappy one.
True. Representation.
So Abracadabra's trying to get away, and then Flash stops him, and he's like, Flash, I beg you, just remain here in the 64th century for at least another 6 hours. Which again, why? Because doesn't Crisis happen like a few weeks or months after this? Supposedly.
Maybe it would have been just enough to tweak it.
Maybe, I don't know.
Or maybe we found the secret. Oh, so Crisis was running late.
Yeah.
Which, in light of other books being late in 2019, it's all fun.
But yeah, so yes, Kadabra and Snurf get beaten and arrested, so the rogues get sent back to 1985.
But the Flash goes to the 30th century.
Yeah, because I love how he doesn't go tell his parents, because his parents were just like, oh yeah, he's still out there somewhere, but doesn't.
It's better for them not to know, I guess.
But he tells no one. I mean, he kind of mentioned, because even the rogues are like, I don't think he's coming back, but he doesn't go tell his parents. He doesn't tell Wally. It's like, at least go tell Wally, be like, hey, kid, you want to make it up to me for testifying against me? Go tell my parents. Go tell the Justice League.
Yeah, but that's not my biggest, I guess.
He had to race to that 30th century. We know why.
Yeah. But it's did they have to name the last issue Flash Flees? Really? Because basically he does abandon everything.
Seriously. And it's he's cleared. I mean, he's found innocence. Because, I think everyone knows, as we discover, the juror who sent their essence back in time to inhabit a body was actually Iris. So, let's get into this. So, she's originally from the 30th century, but she was sent back to the 20th. Did they ever say why?
I honestly don't think they did. I think I always just had a headcanon that the 30th century wasn't the best of times.
Yeah, for some reason, I swear I remember this, but I can't remember where. Maybe it's
Jeff Johns did write a story, but it was so bad that I blocked it out of my mind.
I swear it's my headcanon that I just made up, that it's almost like Krypton, they thought that the planet was going to explode in the 30th century, so they sent her back to the 20th.
Yeah, I just assumed the 30th century wasn't the best.
I guess, but yeah, but then supposedly when Reverse Flash killed her, her essence, they caught it and brought it back to the 30th and put it in the body of a dead woman.
Yeah.
So Barry and Iris reunite. She's not in her original body. He doesn't have his original face. Keep that marriage fresh.
Yeah.
But I'm just okay, so the two of them could go anywhere. They could both go back to the 20th century.
But who wants?
I know, but it's...
She died there, Philip. She's traumatized.
I know. I mean, that way, too, he could have been there at the start of Crisis and stuff. Or even if he wanted to quit, he could have been like, I'll go back and train Wally.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's weird, because I feel like the reason why she was from the 30th century was she always she felt different and wanted to know the truth, and that's how she became a reporter. But there's Slade doesn't need all that just to be a reporter.
I know, and it's like I said, they killed her off in 275, and then she shows back up. Well, she was in that body of that juror for a while, but it's and then the last issue's 350. It's like, why couldn't she come back 5 minutes after she died and be like, Barry, I'm not dead?
Or plot twist, why couldn't she really just marry the Reverse Flash in his body? I'm just saying. Now that'd be interesting.
Jeez. Surprised she didn't take over Fiona Webb's body. Well, that's the other thing.
And that's why we never saw her again.
Well, that's what I said.
Just figured it out.
Well, that's what we said in later retcons. I think they said, he actually stopped and told her what happened, and he's Barry Allen, so she could actually like heal and stuff.
No, she discovered it on their honeymoon.
Who?
Iris, right?
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying, Fiona Webb, like never. Oh. Until they retconned it, like again, you saw this issue. He didn't bother to go back and was just like, okay, hopefully she gets over that mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will say the one thing that I like about the Flash TV show and Reverse Flash there is that he's not in love with Iris. It seems more like he's in love with Barry. I don't know. Like, it's like, honestly, like, there's like in season 1, there's so much like subtext that I could just like write a million fan fictions on.
Well, I mean, I think the way they do it is like, they were just enemies, but then once he started mucking with Barry's timeline, like he really went and studied him and basically came to respect him. I thought.
I don't know. There's some Google eye scenes. I'm just saying.
Well, I think that's just Tom Cavanaugh and Grant Gustin. No, because like anytime like you see, like those two are always like they say like always hanging out on set and like joking around and stuff.
Yeah, they do have a very good rapport. Yeah, that's the whole Iris in the 30s. That thing has always like rubbed me the wrong way.
It's like they just brought her back, so it's like, oh, I love the last page. It's like, and they lived happily ever after for a while. Well, it says they lived happily ever after for a while.
2 weeks to be exact.
just long enough to conceive twins.
And that's how that works. Convenient sperm donation.
Yeah, but at least that was like more like a Legion of Superheroes thing. It's not like and either of the twins came back to be the new Flash or anything. At least they gave Wally a shot.
Yeah. I think that would have probably pissed a lot of people off. They would have.
Although that was very confusing. So when I first started reading comics regularly, I got into Flash because of the John Wesley Ship series, and then I went to
90.
Yeah, so I went to the newsstand, picked up an issue. I think it was like issue 51, and I was like, wait, who's Wally West?
Oh, Phil, don't give DC their credence about why they do the things they do to our comics because of TV shows.
Well, yeah. Because I'm just saying, because at first I was like, oh wait, where's Barry? I was like, oh, maybe he retired or something. Then I found out about Crisis. I was like, oh, really?
Gotta spend more money.
Patron saint of superheroes? What?
Yeah, it's still a pretty solid story. It's a satisfying ending.
Oh yeah, especially for the time, the era.
Right there.
What?
Don't ever read anything else about the Flash. It is a happy ending.
It's a pretty long storyline. I mean, considering back when this was made, this is like a long drawn out story we'd see today. So I can't believe they're plotting his death for 2 years. We gotta kill off Bowtie. Lilith. Uh-oh. We may have got our trademarked little hellfire drop out that Florida internet. Oh no. Lilith, have you died and gone to the 30th century? Message once if you have. Sorry people, this is the hazards of live podcasting. That's alright. I can simulate Lilith Hellfire. So, Lilith, did you like this story? What did you think?
Not quite soft and not quite hard.
I don't know. I kind of liked it. Oh, sorry. I do have the room locked. That one was my fault. Hello, Florida woman. Sorry, people.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I actually like this issue. It is very...
It's very what?
Very hard and not soft at all. Hard being a good thing, soft being a bad thing.
how many times has she said that in her life?
Never mind you.
Be gentle with the package.
I give it a solid B+.
Yeah, I have to agree. It would probably be an A in my book if the art was a little better. Again, not my cup of tea. It's just like look at that issue with Rip Hunter. Rip Hunter looks like Barry Allen.
Everybody wants to be Barry.
With that big puffy white man's fro. Like funny when they first introduced him, he had like that buzz cut, and then by the time the series ended, he had like that big. Well, until he got his face bashed, and he had that big puffy blonde fro.
It was the 80s. Guys didn't believe in using product.
We're coming out of the 70s, the early 80s.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
All right, so are we done?
I think so.
All right, so in 2 weeks, come back for Comic Capers, and we'll be discussing some Wally West issues, Flash's 73 through 79, the quote-unquote return of Barry Allen. See, just remember the quotes. But next week, the long-awaited return of Wade's World.
Yeah, it's bleeding into everything. It's time.
We got to finish up that Christopher Priest run.
Finally, sorry.
Get the truth about Titania. So yes.
Silicone.
So join us next week for That's What She Said. More an overload of That's What She Said jokes and sexual innuendo. But until then, send your thoughts, and especially send your thoughts on the quote unquote return of Barry Allen. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll be doing Flash Rebirth. So
Rebirth! Don't call it a comeback or a reboot.
So send all your thoughts on that to Capes and Lunatics at gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Comic Capers, at Comic Capers Pod on Twitter, and follow CL Sidekicks on Instagram. Check out Work in Progress. It is not locked in a cell in the 64th century. CapesandLunatics.org. Subscribe to the Capes and Lunatics YouTube channel, our weekly newsletter at capesandlunatics.home.blog. Call our voicemail, nice and easy. Leave your thoughts, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can watch all of these live. Well, you can watch me. Lilith never has the camera on. On the Capes and Lunatics Facebook, Twitter, or on getvocal.com/channel/capes. All right, Lilith Hill.
I only put the camera on when we're playing big potato games.
That sounded weird. All right, Lilith Hellfire. Where can people find you besides the 30th century?
Oh my god, I would die. If you nerds want to hang out with me, because Arrowverse will be back very shortly at Lilith Hellfire on Twitter and at Lilith Hellfire69 for my Capes, Lunatics, and Sidekicks piece at Lilith Hellfire69.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. We're gonna have Legends of the Arrowverse coming back too. Although maybe for a couple of weeks we might be doing 5 days a week because we might have Angel episodes and Legends of the Arrowverse. Busy. All right. Thank you, everyone, for racing along with us. Again, in 1 week, the return of Wade's World. In 2 weeks, the return of Barry Allen.
Get your chimichangas ready!
Don't worry, because the week after, Lightning will give you abs. If only. Hell, if Chimichangas built muscle, Lilith would be the freaking Hulk.
So
All right, everyone. Come back next time.
we'll be back in a flash.
Same Flash time, same Flash channel. In a flash.